this video, we're going to be using Stirling iced pineapple with a twist. And we're also going to be using a gold dollar razor that I just honed myself yesterday. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. And if it's your first time, welcome aboard. I really appreciate you coming to check the video out. I hope you'll consider subscribing. All right, so today we're going to be using Stirling iced pineapple. And this soap is just a bright burst of pineapple in your face. And this one has some menthol, hence the iced part of it. And it smells like you're cutting open a very ripe pineapple. Sweet pineapple, that's all there is to it. Nothing fancy, straightforward. Magnificent cost on this soap. This comes to you for $13.60 or 5.4 or 5.8 ounces. Putting up the cost chart there, and you can see this is an exceptional priced soap. I mean, you just can't beat it. The quality of it, in my opinion, is absolutely first rate as well, and we'll show you that in the lather today. The ingredients, it has some things that I like, such as lanolin and shea butter, which I think lends itself to some of that creamy lather, and also a better post if you're one of those people who concern yourself with post. The razor, as I mentioned before, is a gold dollar that I rehoned yesterday. I took it all the way back. Actually, I made some footage there of me taking the edge down on the corner of a stone there, and I rehoned this all the way back up. And we're going to get right into this shave today. I'm going to start misting there. 24 hours growth, as you can see there on the face. And so what we're going to experiment with today is, there's a lot of talk recently about the quality of soaps. And by the way, this lather is super creamy. I'm telling you, if you can't get a great shave with Stirling, there's something wrong in terms of the mechanics of the shave. You may enjoy a pricier or more, a soap that lends itself to maybe a more luxurious experience. But in terms of the nuts and bolts of the shave and the mechanics, I don't really think you can beat Stirling. And it often makes me wonder why I ever pay more for soaps, honestly. And today what we're going to do is we're going to work this in just a little bit. We're going to wipe it off our face. I'm going to shave with the Residual Slickness. Now, don't try this at home. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am not a straight razor shaver that has a tremendous amount of fantastic technique. And so this is probably a stupid thing to do, but sometimes we do stupid things just for the heck of it. As you know, Corey from Shaving with the Chief and I have been having fun with each other on lathering, and he thinks he gets a little more mileage out of more expensive soaps. I really don't. And so what I'm going to do is remove this from my face, and we'll just shave on Residual and see how protective Stirling is. Because again, I just want to try it and see. I've seen the dude of shaving do this with Kaizen, but I'm going to do it with a soap that's far less expensive. Try to remove as much as we can. And the point of this is to say that, or at least I hope, to illustrate that I think a lot of times we make far too much of the lather and how the lather looks and this and that and the other thing. So I'm going to try to just blot that off. I am going to apply some water because I will need that. But we're going to try to leave Residual on there. So that's the key. So let's remist, because you are going to need water. And we're just going to see how it goes. And this could be the dumbest thing I've ever done. I've done a lot of dumb things, but maybe this is up there. We'll see. Is there enough Residual Slickness here after working that off to... oh, the edge feels great. I was pretty sure that I had a good edge. I spent a lot of time on this one. And the finisher on this one was the Izuku J-Nat that I bought from Chief, from Shaving with the Chief. And so far, this Residual is working just fine. The only thing that I'm going to have to worry about is remisting, because, it will dry out. There's no lather to hold that moisture. But I can tell you right now, it's plenty the edge. I don't know if you can see that, but see that hair? Yes, we're shaving, people. This is the best edge I've ever put on a razor, and I'm super excited about it. So I did something different this time, which is I used half strokes, apply a little more moisture there. A lot of half strokes initially, but then I used mostly X strokes the rest of the way. I did spend more time, but the payoff, this edge is magnificent. It's the best edge that I have put on a razor. And I should also mention, I am not a super skilled straight razor shaver. I've only been doing this for a few months. Now, I did straight razor shave a little bit years ago, but probably in total over the years, I've had certainly less than 100 straight razor shaves, so that is not a person of experience. So what I'm trying to illustrate here is this Stirling soap, just the residual slickness. And again, there you see the result. I know that's gross, I'm sorry, but I just want to show you, we are actually shaving here. And this Stirling soap is just fantastic. I'm using just residual slickness. So we're gonna mist and lather up a little bit again. Now I know when the dude of shaving did his, he did 2 passes, I think, and he didn't lather in between, but I wanna get some more residual slickness going here. The point I'm illustrating here is this Stirling soap is magnificent. And honestly, I don't think you're gonna get much more out of other soaps other than luxury of experience. You know, you might feel like the post shave is better. I really do think there are some shave soaps that can lend itself to better post shaves due to that skin food. I'm totally open to that. But as to the nuts and bolts, the mechanics of the shave itself, I think once you get to a certain point, the law of diminishing returns really kicks into effect. And that is to say, once it reaches a certain level of slickness, which is very, very slick, you can't eke much more slickness out, is what I'm saying here. And since we don't have any way of objectively measuring slickness, no one can really know what soap is slicker than another soap. It can't be proven. It's all in our head, you know. And I think a lot of us think we know, but there's just no way to prove it. And this is a really bright burst of pineapple. Again, I want to caution folks, this is stupid, but sometimes we do stupid things for fun. And I also want to mention that the Chief and I are just having fun. We're not really jabbing each other in a mean-spirited way, because that's important to me. I don't want to be involved in, you know, jabbing people in a mean-spirited way. We can raise issues, we can debate, and that's all well and good. But I think it's important that we understand we're just having fun. So please don't be put off or think I'm attacking the Chief, because I enjoy the Chief. I think he brings some interesting perspective. I don't always agree, but I don't always agree with anybody, you know? And nor should we. It'd be awful boring if we all agreed. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Using primarily, once again, residual slickness in this edge. I am so pleased. Wow. I think that I've really stumbled onto something in terms of using more X strokes. It's working very well. This is so slick, I can't hold, so I'm gonna have to use the Dr. Matt cloth. This is a very slick soap, even with the residual. There we go. By the way, if we open up that little nick over there, I'm not going to count it. Let's just add a little moisture, because the one thing that will happen again when you don't have lather, there's nothing to hold the moisture, so it's going to evaporate on you. And let's continue on. Really happy with this edge. So maybe, just maybe, I'm onto something. Well, fingers are having a hard time staying in place. That's really my biggest problem. Whoops. I don't know, really need to shave the Dr. Matt cloth. All right. The only thing that's really problematic here is the fact that the moisture dries up. And so in order for it to be slick, you still need moisture. Apart from that, I mean, you see the result. And I am not a great straight razor shaver, so I can't say that. I can't emphasize that point enough. I'm a rookie in that. Yes, I've shaved for a long time in a traditional way, but no, I'm not a very experienced straight razor shaver. So if I can shave on the residual of Stirling soaps, then that tells you that this soap is going to give you what you need in terms of the mechanics of the shave, meaning slickness. You might want more in terms of post-shave or whatever else you're looking for. Scent, luxurious feeling. I completely understand that part. But when it comes down to it, and where the rubber meets the road, the Stirling is just a phenomenal product. I'm getting some good menthol cooling here because this is iced pineapple. And again, I want to caution everybody, don't try to do this. It's kind of silly. Doesn't really, it's really just for fun, you know. And it's really just to say, hey, Corey, this Stirling is good stuff. And while you can spend a whole lot more for soaps, are you going to get that much more out of it? For me, the answer is no. In terms of the mechanics of the shave. Now, if you talk about shave experience, luxury, and those sort of things, then we can talk. But when we're talking about just mechanics, nuts and bolts of the shave, I think Stirling's going to do everything you need it to do, and then some. You're not going to get much more. That's just my opinion. I know people who charge a lot more don't like to hear that, but it is what it is when it comes to shaving. And this is based on me using hundreds and hundreds of soaps over the years. This is not an unlearned opinion. This is based on very deep experience. Because you're seeing there the blade gliding well. Man, the edge. So the progression on this was, I was having a really hard time setting the bevel on this razor, so I had to go all the way down to 320. I was just having a hard time. But then I went 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 8,000, and then Azuku. Doing mostly, after the bevel set, X strokes. With a very easy touch, reminiscent of Robert Ortiz. If you've seen his honing videos, he has a very light touch, and this edge is the best edge that I've produced so far. And I think mostly it's because I spent more time on it, and I spent more time setting that bevel. I think that has a lot to do with it. Okay, let's see if we can finish strong here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Again, still hairs coming off. Do we need to respray? Let's see. We probably do, but let's try without it. Again, the point of this video is to say, don't sleep on soaps like Stirling, which are very modestly priced, but they are designed to work well, and they do what they're designed to do. And personally, I'm not getting much more out of soaps that cost a lot more, other than maybe some scent and luxury. And really, it's that simple. The post-shave to me doesn't mean that much. Wow, this edge. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So happy about that, man. I'm going to do some more honing this weekend. This is a phenomenal edge for me. I'm just crazy excited about it. And I'm also very pleased that Stirling didn't let me down, and it never does. And that's why I love Stirling so much. Okay, let me rinse. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with our PAA. And let's see how much, wow. Wow, just a slight bit of stinging on the neck. But I am so impressed with this edge. That's fantastic. Wow. And shaving on primarily residual. You didn't see all that lather on my face. Just shaving off Slickness from Stirling. $2.34 an ounce. No nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubble, trouble. The proof is in the pudding, people. Don't make this more than it is. Don't allow yourself to feel that you need to spend a ton. You don't. Most people don't. Let's put it that way. We can't say matter-of-factly that no one does. By the way, the dry dock here keeps your alum looking good so far. It's holding up rather well. No crustiness, no problems. Let me rinse this off and we'll finish this strong. Stay tuned. Back with the Lancaster towel. Phenomenal. Moisture magnet, as I like to call it. It's just terrific. And let's get right into the witch hazel. Man, oh man. What a shave. What a shave. I'm super happy about the edge. I love my Stirling. I'm never going to stop loving it. And honestly, it punches, well above its weight class. And it runs with anything, in my opinion. Stirling soaps. If you can't get a great shave with this, learn to shave better. It's that simple. It really is that simple. Learn to shave better. We used the gold dollar, my edge. You saw me killing the blade, killing the edge. I'm so happy with the way I honed this razor again. There's so much satisfaction in that. We're going to close it off today with Orangezilla from the West Coast Daily Shaving channel. Check it out. I'll link it below. And also we used the West Coast Shaving synthetic, very, very inexpensive, sent to me by, I believe it was Oive, who recently got some bad news about a family member being ill. So please say a prayer for Oive if you're so inclined. And I'm going to finish up with the Orangezilla that was sent to me by J.R. Reyes, and from Reyes Restores. Check him out. Let's slap this on and let's enjoy and bask in the glow of knowing that we got an incredible shave. We didn't spend a lot to do it. And we've just made the point once again that Stirling, it's no joke, people. This is not a game. This is no joke. Stirling is the real deal. And I'm going to always buy it. It's fantastic. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.